Welcome to John S. Sports Channel. I'm having my lunch. Never mind. I don't know if there's many people turn up, but if they do, please do like and subscribe. I enjoy having my dinner. My lunch, as they say up down south, up south. You're supposed to get up to the capital, aren't you? So while we do that, we will go and have a look at what the odds are for today's games. Let's have a quick look. We're just looking at the 12:30 games, obviously. Yes, they're all on. So, Bristol City QPR, 3-4 on for Bristol City. 7-2 against QPR. Not much difference there, is there? It's 13-5 for a draw. Oh. Nearly 3-1 for a draw. Just over 3-1 for a QPR win. Coventry Hull, 7-10 on for Coventry. Hull City obviously down in the relegation. They can get out of the relegation zone now after following last night's defeat of convincing defeat of Portsmouth. A draw. Even a draw is nearly 3-1, 31-10, which really just show you how much they really do think Coventry are a lot more likely to draw to win than even Bristol City against QPR. Same 7-2 against Hull. Excuse me, the odds tend to be worked out in a calculated format. And that means that there's probably a maximum that they will go to. Preston Leeds. Now this way it's different. Preston 9-2. So they've snuck it. They've took the 7-2 average and then they've snuck it even more because they're playing Leeds. A draw 16-5, just over the 3-1. Yeah, so we're getting. So is it 31-10 for the Coventry Hull game? This is basically 32-10. So not much more, but just edging it more and more to the away side. 4-7 on for Leeds. Nearly double, isn't it? So it's not too. The Coventry against Hull is only a little bit less likely for Coventry to win than Leeds. Not an awful lot. They're still thinking that the chances are quite similar. having said that, we had that instance not so long ago when Leicester won the Premier League, and at that point they were putting really silly odds on the teams that were absolutely no chance of getting. I mean, like, I think it was about 5,000 to 1, or wasn't it? Stupid for Leicester City. They finished in the bottom few. They weren't going to win it. There was no chance in hell, you know. Put a 5,000 to 1 on. Somebody puts 10 quid on. You have a spare £10, shove it on the on that at 5,000 to 1. Thanks very much, you know. Or did he put £30? I think it was about £150,000, wasn't it? He's supposed to win. We're not paying up, you know. As far as I know, they had to, and in cash, not in tokens. But the thing was, after that, they stopped doing the odds in that manner because, like they said, it was one of those things that you look at and think, yeah, but it's you know, should it go wrong like Leicester, you know, we're going to get screwed. So they ended up changing the odds, and now you don't see the odds go quite so exponential at the end. They take them a lot lower at the end, just in case the really. I mean, this is all about odds. It's all about the statistical analyses of it. Now that one occurrence of Leicester near the bottom, no chance of winning it, suddenly winning it the following year, is probably a one in, you know, they've worked it out. They've worked out what the percentage is, and it's probably something manic like 1 in 10,000, 30,000. So putting a 5,000 to 1 odd on it is not really silly, because it will happen at some point in the next 10,000 years, 10,000 seasons, but only once. It just happened to happen that year or the following year. Yep, it's not going to happen again. But the problem is, something else similar will happen. Absolutely, at some point. You're always putting there. If they were to carry on doing these silly odds, there is a chance that it would happen again tomorrow. There's always a chance. 1 in 50,000, bang, you get it the next week. You could also get it the following week. It's just one of those things. It's random. You because it's such a low chance of happening. If it happens once, you're probably never going to see it in your lifetime happen again. But it might do. And then 2 or 3 people. So that's why the odds changed. The odds changed because Leicester City decided that they put such a high price on Leicester City not winning the Premier League that all the odds changed the year after. Absolutely changed. They totally removed all those high odds that you were seeing at the bottom end. 5,000, 10,000 to 1 against the bottom teams in the Premier League winning it the following year, because they couldn't afford that risk of it happening again and suddenly having to pay out sort of £150,000 to these people who'd put £10, £20 on Leicester City to win the league. So that's why we're seeing today the fact that Leeds United away at Preston is not too much of a... if you look at Preston against Leeds, the odds for them 9-2 against them winning. Coventry 7-10 for Coventry. Hull City 7-2. So the odds aren't that much different, and the reason is they can't afford to risk someone putting huge amounts on. Otherwise, if we'd have seen these odds before Leicester City actually started the. In fact, we started the games, but yeah, if we'd have seen that before the Leicester City winning the Premier League, those odds would have probably been quite a lot different. And we're going to go with... Which one are we going to go with? We're going to go with Coventry, I think. We're going to go with Coventry. Let's pull Coventry up. We have got all the others, but we are. Let's see if that lets me do it on here. I knew that wasn't going to do it. I don't know why, but there's only my old phone that picks up the games. So we will go quickly onto my old phone, because my old phone has the ability, as you will see soon. We're going to go, I mean, Hull City are now in the attack. We're down the right hand side with Coyle. Right down the side, crossing it in, but it gets pushed back out again. We're going to quickly go in here. We're going to go Coventry Hull. Ooh, no. Preston Leeds there, Coventry Hull. And we're going to see what we get with Coventry Hull. We push that on there. And we leave those. And hopefully, he says, Coventry Hull.
The back, Slater and Alzate.
There we are.
Roles with Kamara, Palmer and Longman back.
Just logging in. I bet you logging in's gonna make me cut the live, isn't it? It always prefers you to do that, just to log in, and then it'll just ask me again as we get an offside flag there at Coventry.
City 12
Hull City. You see, Hull City offside there, and they pushed it forward. But they just kick it out, and why have Coventry just kicked it out there? Because they just kicked it out straight to Hull, and then Hull decide to just kick it straight back in, or play it straight back in.
Header is on target. Collins gets down to save it. Although the flag had gone up anyway, so it would not have counted.
So the radio is about, it looks about 10, 15, 20 seconds behind the video, so we should be okay there.
There's a tiny quadrant shining on that goal, and it's right in Collins' eyes. It's not a bad save, but it looks to me more like it's a camera save. It's a camera save, indeed, yes.
So, what do we got? We have got Coventry City. Coventry City have a throw-in on halfway. I don't know what a camera save is. Who's going to be first to score? Well, ladies, the women have scored. Leicester City women have scored against Chelsea. So that's Leicester City women 1, Chelsea 0.
Drops it down on his feet and will just flick it out towards his near left hand.
Let's see, Leyton Orient versus Burton. Now that could be quite a good game. It may be an absolute bore of a game. Let's have a look what I said for Orient Burton. I said 2-1. Yeah, I can't see that. Oh, Coventry are now on the attack with Torp. Down the middle, down the right-hand side. Sakamoto, back to Torp, doing a couple of 1-2s. Yep, another 1-2 with Sakamoto. Evic, Torp. Evic and Torp now in a couple of 1-2s. They're just trying to keep the ball. Thomas, Coventry they've started rather poor, I think. They're really just giving the ball away for absolutely no reason. Back to the goalkeeper and they can work that one out. But Leyton Orient Burton, they're giving it away. Oh, good. De Silva managed to grab it, intercept it at the right time. The whole city have actually started really well. And Hull City now get a throw in on their right hand side. Oh, wrong. That's a bad one. Rudoni managed to get that one eventually. A couple of 1-2s. Try pushing it down the left, but Azaz. Not Alzate? How on earth do you say that? Gets it for Hull, kicks it out. Ben Sheaf for Coventry. Thomas, yeah, we'll leave that a minute. Harrogate, what's there? Tranmere Harrogate. Let's have a look at Tranmere Harrogate in League 2. We can do that because I don't know what happened there.
They do have possession, but they're penned into their own corner flag at the moment. Trying to knock it down the line then was Jack Rudoni, who was all the way back.
So something. Oh, yeah, we're back.
No No, he hasn't. It's a whole throw, actually. They try and take
Thought it might have been a Tranmere goal there, but
is that a free kick?
it wasn't.
To the ground in, well, just over 5 minutes gone.
So I don't think Leighton Orient at Burton Albion will be the first. Bolton, Wigan. Now it could be Bolton. We could see Bolton get the first goal of the lunchtime kickoffs. That'd be quite an interesting one. So Leighton Orient, Burton, no, 0-0. I don't see that being too quick with a goal. That's either going to be quick. That's either going to be both defences collapsing and high scoring, or it's going to be sort of like deadly 0-0. I did say 2-1, but to Leighton, but yeah, maybe not. Bolton versus Wigan. That's the interesting one. Wigan are getting better, and Bolton had that really poor period, and then when they got thrashed by Huddersfield, they suddenly won the next. They trounced the next team. Poor old next. I can't remember who it was, but they trounced the next, and they trounced the next 3 or 4. But then Bolton's slightly gone to pots over the next few weeks, and they've just started to gel a little bit better now and get over the injuries that they had, which I'm told they did have a few, and they started to play a little bit better now. Bolton to me would be a little bit too much for Wigan. They may be the first to score. There again, that's 0-0. It's 8-11 on for Bolton as Torp fires a shot in for Coventry City, and it's just off target there. And it'll be a Hull City goal kick. Hull City have started really well. Hull City have been forcing Coventry into some very silly mistakes, giving the ball away in their own final third.
Low cross comes in, then the shot comes in.
Now we are listening to it. It's a corner comes in, and Thomas, and then De Silva has a shot, and both bounce off defenders, and both come out. De Silva's one comes out, and off, and is that another corner? I'll have a look. I think that's another corner. Yeah. So wow, that was a couple of really good shots there. First one on target, second one off target, gets cleared away though to be Silva. to be safe, I'm just thinking it's De Silva that shot it. So Coventry Hull is back at the goal at the corner. So we'll wait for that one. Ooh, short. Oh no, Panda gets that one. Kicks it out. And Hughes has it for Hull City in the middle there. The other game is, of course, Bristol City versus QPR, and Bristol City. Go back to what I said yesterday in my video. I've gone for a QPR win. Now I know people are thinking, "Oh, that's a bit strange, isn't it?" But QPR have been playing some damn good football, and I've actually enjoyed watching it. They've suddenly started to grow and develop and they've gone up the table again like they did last year and last season and the season before. Only this time they seem to have done it a little bit quicker. I can see that was a cross by Hull City, and Binks had to act quickly there to kick that one out. And he kicks out. It's a Hull City throw-in following that kick by Binks. So I think QPR will win that one, but whether they'll score first is another point. I really don't know. Let's have a look. What we're keeping an eye on the game there, which is Coventry Hull. You can hear the Coventry Hull game. So if you want me to swap what I'm looking at to your team, then by all means tell me who you support, and we can watch it instead of Coventry Hull.
Edge of the area, overlapping runways, found a teammate in Coyle. He puts a ball in. It's not a great one though. I tell you what, there was so much time for Coyle.
And Coventry kicks it out. Hull City have started really, really well. I'm quite impressed by that game. Let's go to that Bolton-Wigan game. Let's go to the Bolton-Wigan game, because Bolton-Wigan games, this could be good. I think both of the League One games this lunchtime could be good. They could be absolute dreadful, but which way will they go? At the minute with this one, it's actually all Wigan. I can't believe it. It's all Wigan. Bolton have got 54% possession, but Wigan have been in. Coventry do a quick attack back after that, and it goes all the way to the other end, and Coventry all the way down the left-hand side with Mason Clark. And we're going to have another corner. So a corner for Coventry. And they're quite good at corners, aren't they? So let's just wait there, because I'm looking at the Bolton game. Bolton are in the attack. Like I say, before they take that corner, Wigan, they've just took it short. Oh, and it's in, and no, Thomas has a shot, and it's cleared off the line by Panda, and Panda just flailing at it, kicks it out as far as he can. And listen to it in a minute.
The area, low ball into the box, and it's a really good block by Charlie Hughes, puts it behind for a corner. Again, it's just simple football in the midfield area, and then
it comes in all the way up to. They must be about 20-30 seconds behind on the radio. I can't show. I don't want to get another ban. I've already been copyright struck this week once, so I don't want another one. Well, last week. So Torp, Evic for Coventry. They're playing it along the back line now. As Bolton have a crossing. That's actually the second time. Only the second time Bolton have been in the final third. Wigan have been in their final third 13 times. So whenever the ball is with, blimey, Coventry are now really stepping it up. I don't think they liked Hull City being on top, and Hull City have suddenly started turning up. Coventry City have suddenly started turning up the pressure against Hull City. As Bassett has a shot, a little bit long range, where it misses the target, and it's just showing you that Hull City were certainly on top for that first 10 minutes, and Coventry now starting to really turn it up as Rudoni gets it. Torp, tries a sneaky cross it pass in, but Coyle grabs it, gives it to Hughes, kicks it out, but Sakamoto grabs it, passes it. Torp has a bit of a reverse ball, he calls it. A short little pass, but it didn't quite work. And Longman has it for Hull on their right hand side. Pedro, McLaughlin across the left with Giles. Back to McLaughlin. A couple of 1-2s with Giles and McLaughlin. Back to Panda. There's been a yellow card at Bolton. Just seen a yellow card now.
Again, and they eventually delivered towards the far post. It's too heavy. It's flicked up into the air. Hold on, properly clear the lines though. You have it back with Nakamoto. He puts a ball into the box. That
Panda.
the other way once again. A little flicked header by Kamara.
Hull City are just playing it around in their own defence at the minute.
Inside pass where he finds Pedro. Pedro holding it up, looking for a bit of
nice through ball there. Pedro, he runs into the box. He just can't lay it off. He can't lay it off. 14 minutes and just cannot passing it back again. And that was a good chance there by Hull City. Again, catching them on the break. And they were ahead, certainly ahead play-wise, and doing a couple of good attacks until that sort of 10th minute, and Coventry decided to turn up the heat themselves. It's Bolton 0, Wigan 0. Wigan are actually on the attack at the minute again. Wigan are on top in this game. Certainly on top in this game. There's not. Griffiths. Collins cuts it out and gives it to Mason Clark on the left for Coventry. Sheaf lose it to Alzate. I don't know how you say that one. Alzate. Sheaf grabs it off him and gives. Mason Clark crosses it, and Bassett has another shot off target. Now that's 2 shots by Bassett off target in the last sort of 5 minutes. And Coventry are starting to get back into this game. Hull City certainly have been on top so far. For the first 10 minutes, it's really been all Hull City. Quite surprising. I didn't expect it, but they're forcing Coventry into silly mistakes at the back, and Coventry keep giving the ball away, and it includes the goalie giving the ball away for really ridiculous reasons. It's with Panda at the minute in the Hull goal. Oh, and one pass, and it's to Sakamoto, crosses it in, but Hughes manages to push that one away.
And it's over the bar, but Mason Clark's just been allowed far too much room. Yeah, it's been really.
I'll leave you with the Coventry Hull City game. You should. I think you can hear it. It does look like it. I can check by the figures on the bottom. Bolton 0, Wigan 0. One shot so far by Wigan Athletic. None from Bolton. In fact, Bolton have only been in the final third once in the entire 17 minutes that we've played football there. So we're going to go back because we spent too much time on Bolton. We'll go to the Leyton Orient game. Now, this one is one of those that I didn't know which way this was going to go. Lots of goals or not many. What did we say? What did we say for that game? We said Leyton Orient 2, Burton 1. You know, it's quite frantic at the minute. One shot each. 12 dangerous attacks for Leyton Orient, 4 for Burton, and Burton have just been caught offside.
I think the goalkeeper knows who spills it, and then he tries to pick it off his own player there, and Palmer, who shows good composure though. Now Hull have got a chance to come forward as Coyle then brings it midway through his own half, inside pass now where he finds Palmer, and Palmer.
I tell you what, Coventry are just starting to. I can just see it on the left here, and Coventry are starting to come back. It's almost like they've seen the fact that they're under the cosh, and they're starting to intercept more and do more with it.
Back onto the left foot, great footwork by Nakamoto, and he hits the side net.
Sakamoto misses it, side netting, goal kick. Goal kick comes out. I'm about 20 seconds ahead. Rodoni's actually back on the attack now down the middle and gives it to De Silva on the left. As Burton, cross kicked out from right on the line by Hull City. Coventry had a really good chance there, and Longman managed to intercept that pass to the Coventry right corner, and he manages to kick it out. But only as far as Sakamoto again. Sakamoto's playing really well on that right hand side, just giving a couple of runs into the box and trying to, like he did last time, kick this into the side netting, albeit, but he's having a go. And this time he passes it from the same area to Sheaf. And Sheaf gives it to Rodoni, and Rodoni has a shot, and Panda kicks it out. Another near chance there by...
Bassett went for it. It wasn't Bassett, but if it had been left, Sakamoto had a free header around 6 yards out. But
it wasn't Sakamoto that headed that one. It was it was the other guy behind him. So they're really, really pressing now. It's not if, it's at the minute, it's when Coventry will score. Leyton Orient, let's get to this game. Leyton Orient lose it in their own half and manage to get it back with James, Neil, James, Sweeney, Bell. They're sort of really passing this around. Leyton Orient just keeping the ball now. They got 65% possession, Leyton Orient. I'm really impressed by Leyton Orient. Really impressed by their newfound skills. They're 14th at the minute with 22 points, so they're doing well. They're ahead nicely over the bottom four, and I think Leyton Orient may be well. I think the fans will be quite happy about that. I think that not getting not getting into a relegation fight has to be the one thing that they're trying to achieve this season. I mean, even the Rotherham fans, we look at the teams at the top and think there's no chance in hell we're going to beat some of those. The Birmingham side is a top championship class side. The Huddersfield side is a middle championship side. Wrexham do this 5 at the back and have a pretty decent mid-table championship midfield. So they're beatable, but only just. And only by the top half of the table, and there's so many good teams up there. Teams like Orient are just thinking, let's get some of those back into the championship. We might have a chance at next season or the season after, and that's a good way of looking at it. And at the minute, the fans must be enjoying it as Leyton Orient try and come forward. Give it to the left to Sweeney again. Sweeney's doing quite a lot of work. Happ there. I've not seen Happ in this game for a while. Beckles, Happ. Oh, and Hull give it away. Oof, that was a good... they give it away again. 2 bad balls, and it's a bit of a ping-pong ball in the Hull City penalty area. Leave that one as Brown shoots off target for Leyton Orient, and Leyton Orient, 72% possession to Leyton Orient now. They're really pushing for this goal. 2 shots not on target for Leyton Orient, and 1 shot not on target for Burton. This is where you see the differences, isn't it, between the bottom half of the table and the top half. There's 2 things happening. A, they're not as good. So they tend not to fire as many of those shots on target. Panda's injured. Or the ball just doesn't run for you. I mean, take the Blackburn side in Championship, as we got an injury time now to Panda in the Hull City goal. The problem is that Blackburn aren't playing great football, but they're winning. They had the run of the green the other day in their last game. Did they deserve have they deserved the wins that they've got in the last few games? No, not really, not all the time. A lot of the time they just happen to get the run of the green and the run of the decisions. And that's the 2 things that happens in the bottom. You don't get the run of the green, you don't get the decisions for you, because it just doesn't seem to happen, does it? And that shot that's brilliant just is inches off target instead of inches on target. There has been a couple of goals. There has just been a couple of goals. And while we're talking away, we've had a goal for Preston against Leeds. And that's one of the games we're going to go to next. Preston 1, Leeds 0. And it's also Bolton 0, Wigan 1. What was I saying? Bolton are actually on top in there, and then all of a sudden it's completely, gone completely the opposite direction. So we put those in for you. It's Preston 1, Leeds 0. It's Bolton 0, Wigan 1. I can't believe it's Bolton 0, Wigan 1. I mean, it could go either way, but not what we were expecting. I'll put that in there, let you have a look at that. I said Bolton 3, Wigan 1. I thought Bolton would be quite a bit of a bit too much for them, but apparently not. Let's go to the Preston Leeds game. What were we saying again in the Preston game? We said 3-1 to Leeds. I couldn't see Preston not scoring. I did think, they might score first, but Leeds are one of those strange teams, aren't they? Leeds are one of those teams that, if you can get a goal early against Leeds, I've seen them panic and start to, when they get into just past the halfway, they start to make stupid long shots, which a top championship side can usually get on target and make them, this is a stunning goal attempt, but it reduces the chances of them getting it in the net. And I've seen them do it a few times. And they get behind and then somebody equalises and they just try and get that extra goal they need, and they need to get it quick, so they shoot before they think. James Ness shoots off target for Leeds United. It's 43. Oh, and he comes back, bounces back, passes through the Preston back line. The Preston line is far forward and nice and straight, and it's offside for Leeds. 57% possession to Leeds, 43 to Preston. However, Preston have had 4 shots, 1 on target, 1 goal. Leeds, 1 shot, not on target. And actually, that was the one that's just happened. So, in the first 25 and a half minutes, Leeds have just had their first shot on goal. Wasn't on target. Funnily enough, Leeds are still they're still 2-1 on. Preston must be having more of the bets, because Preston are 11-8 on, 11-8 against, and Leeds are 2-1 against. They were on. That's what I was just thinking. They were odds on at the beginning, but at the minute it was 7-2 on, wasn't it? It was 2-7, 7-2 on for Leeds. Now 2-1 against. As Leeds have a throw in on halfway.
It's offside, and it's still 0-0. A bit more even play on the middle of the field at the moment. Not much.
Yeah, I'd probably agree with him. It is quite even now. We've gone from Hull City being in the ascendancy for the first 10 minutes, and then about 5 minutes of Coventry really being on top. And now it seems to have settled down quite even at Coventry Hull. I did say it was when Coventry would score rather than if, but now it's swung quite even. I mean, let's have a look at the stats on that one. 9 shots to Coventry, 2 on target. Hull City haven't actually had a shot according to that, but they have come very, very close, and they have actually been. I can't believe it's none. I've seen them at least have a couple of shots in that first 10 minutes. Rodoni crosses it in, and that's straight to the Hull City goalkeeper.
It's headed back to the goalkeeper. So they're not really threatening Hull. Nice, neat football in midfield area at times. But so far they need to.
Ooh, Aronson has a shot, but it's off target. Goal kick to Preston, and now Preston are actually. That's only the second shot. So that's the second shot for Leeds this game. What do you got? 2 minutes, 2 shots for Leeds. 25 minutes and a half, no shots at all. So is that the game? Is that the way of the game? The Betsters don't think so. The Betsters have moved it out now to 21-10. So it's starting to ease away now. It's only 13-10 for Preston. So it's not. They're not actually. That 1 goal lead is almost like a handicap, isn't it? They're playing handicaps, and Preston have made it more of an even game, having a 1-0 lead. That's the way the bookies are looking at it anyway. Let's go back out. We do have a tendency to miss 1 or 2 of the other goals doing it this way. I want to go to the Bolton-Wigan game, because we did really think that Bolton would be a little bit more stronger. 57% play to Bolton, but after that 1 shot that was on target, they haven't actually got anywhere. No more. It's still 1 shot to Bolton, but it's now 3 shots to Wigan, 1 on target, 1 in the net. We've got Ameson for Wigan. See, that could be quite interesting. As Wigan, they were mid-table, weren't they, Wigan? They were 19th, so just below. right in the middle of that bottom half. So 19th, they could, and that area's quite flat. Look at the table. I don't know whether they give you the updated table. Wigan are now 12th, 23 points. They're above Charlton, Blackpool, Leyton Orient, Stevenage, and Peterborough. Wow. Jeez. I was just looking where Rotherham were. Where the hell are we? We're 20th at the minute. Ouch. We'd certainly be in the relegation zone if we draw or lose, I think. But Bolton now attacking. They're losing. They're in 7th now with 30 points. A win only puts them above Reading in 6th. That just gets them into the top 6. But it gets tapped out by a Bolton player who just can't control it, and it's a Wigan throw on their right hand side, right by their own corner flag. There's Hull City not playing it in defence now. It really is a midfield game now in Coventry Hull City. It's getting quite tentative now. I think it's almost like the pair of them just don't want to. They've had their moment of greatness. They've had their moment of being in the opposition's half most of the time, and now they've started to settle down. 32 minutes, and they're sort of just not. Yellow card for time wasting. How the hell do you get a yellow card for time wasting on 32 minutes? That's insane.
It can't be anything but time wasting. I don't think it was dissent because there was no need a referee to have a word with him. Yeah, no, I think it is time wasting.
Time wasting.
It's a poor. It's an
Panda time waste. How the hell can Hull City time waste on 32 minutes? I agree with the radio guy. I did like time wasting on 32 minutes. For fuck's sake, come on. I mean, they're not actually being trounced by Coventry at the minute. I mean, I've no doubt they will, as Coventry. Oh, Sakamoto! Oh!
Yeah, I think that's probably what they'll do.
Oof! Chief! They're right outside the box, passing it 1-2. Really neat football. Rodoni and Van Evik. Rodoni down the right hand side. 34 minutes, and we've got a corner to Coventry City. So let's see whether the corner can get whipped in by Coventry. Are really good at corners. I'm quite impressed by them. I've seen so many, like I think Barnsley do and Mansfield do it. They do short corners and make sure they keep the ball. And this is a new idea. If you kick it in the box, you've got a good chance of losing the ball. Whereas if you kick it short from a corner or a free kick, you actually keep the ball rather than risk losing it. I don't know what you think, but I'm sort of 50-50 on it. I can see the benefits, but you lose. I think you lose that element of surprise, because hopefully you've practiced them and you know something different that you can do to try and make it an element of surprise. But I guess if you're not confident in your team's ability to do it, then a short pass or a short corner will be just as good as that. We got injury to Bolton. Baxter is injured, so that's stopped at Bolton 0, Wigan 1. Wigan are still on top, although they've only got 40% of possession at the minute. But they get into the box when they've got the ball, and they have a shot eventually. There's not many shots on this. I mean, 35 minutes and 2 shots on target, 1 each. There's only been 4 shots in the entire game so far. So the poor fans nearly have had to wait about 8-9 minutes for every shot. which, you know, I don't know about you, but waiting 8-9 minutes for the next shot is a little bit boring. But it's not a boring 0-0. It's Bolton 0, Wigan 1, and we'll go to another game.
Enough shots on target, 2 shots on target. Coventry have had with the 10 shots. Hull yet to trouble the shots department. So that shows you just where the Tigers are. But yeah, they are struggling to create anything. Coventry.
That's the strange thing. Like he says there, Hull City haven't had a shot yet, but they've been in the final third several times, and they've been and another shot on target by Coventry. 11 shots for Coventry, 3 on target, nothing for Hull City whatsoever. But Hull City keep going into work in the first 10 minutes, always in the midfield with the ball, occasionally getting into the final third and then pulling back. They just couldn't they weren't laying off a shot, not even from long distance. We've still got the injury to Baxter at Bolton. Oh, and he's just kicked it out. So it just started back again at Bolton. So Panda has it for Hull City. Panda. Oh, hang on. Leeds. Preston Leeds. We have to go to Preston Leeds. 4 shots now to Preston. 1 on target, 1 in the net. 3 shots to Leeds. None of them on target. And, you know, it just seems to be 66% possession to Leeds United. And they've only had 3 shots and none of them on target. And Preston, you can probably get it from the if we could find the passing stats, you probably, because the obviously our watching game is the Coventry game, but they're passing it a lot more, Leeds. It's just that they're not getting it into that opportunity to cross it in, and Preston are just appear to be doing that. Let's get as many people in the box as we can just to frustrate the hell out of Leeds, and it really is working. So we're on 37 minutes at Preston. And Leeds United have it, and they're just passing it in midfield at the minute. So at the minute, Preston are actually holding on. They're not playing. They're not getting yellow. Oh, Kamara! Shot on target there for Kamara. Their first shot, and it's on target, and Collins had to act quickly to get that one out. And Pirot now for Leeds, on target, bounces off. A defender gets back to Pirot. Pirot has another shot, and it goes off and wide, but a defender grabs out and gives it to passes it to Woodman. And Preston can try and get that one out as quick as they can, as Coventry do the same in the other match, and down the right hand side. But Longman intercepts a cross from Coventry, and they'll attack down the left. Oh no, Sakamoto's nicked it from him, and Sakamoto playing a bloody good game. Sakamoto is really good, and Binks down the left side to Mason Clark, who's been a little bit quiet, I think, and let's see whether he can. No, he's passed it back to De Silva. Rodoni, he'll do something. When it 1-2 with De Silva, but it gets intercepted by Kamara. Kamara is all over the bloody field. Which side's he playing on? Kamara seems to be 1 minute is on the right hand side, and 1 minute is on the left. Cross it in by Coventry, and Ben Sheaf has a strike that's way off target. And we carry on at Coventry 0, Hull City 0. It's a yellow card for Leeds now. I think they're getting a little bit frustrated here. Preston 1, Leeds 0. Leeds now have had 5 shots. All of them in the last, well, it was 25, wasn't it? So all of them in the last 14 minutes, Leeds have had 5 shots, like literally 1 every 2 minutes. The fans must be absolutely absolutely annoyed here because not one of them have been on target. Every single one's been off target, and yeah, close, but not close enough, guys. As Leeds get frustrated, get a yellow card. What did Preston do there? They took the free kick down the left hand side, but it was straight to Bogle. Bogle for Leeds can try and work it out. Oh, for heaven's sake, he loses it. Throw into Preston, and they give it back to Bogle, who loses it and gets it back. Oh, for heaven's sake, stop ping pong ball. I hate ping pong ball football. Bogle is working his way into the corner. You know, Bogle's not actually playing that great a game for Leeds United. You need to get out of the corner because you ain't going to get anywhere in a corner tied in by Preston players. 40 minutes. We've just got... Who is it that got the yellow card there? It was James that got the yellow card for Leeds getting frustrated. So it goes back. They're still playing it in that corner. Meslier. A dangerous game to play for him. Let's go Bristol City QPR. We haven't been there since probably the first few minutes. McNally for Bristol City. Who's on top? Oh my God, 74% possession to Bristol City. Bristol City are... Oh wow, 8 shots, 1 on target for Bristol City. No goals, 0 shots for QPR. Only once have they been even in the Bristol City half. As QPR intercept it and give it back to Dunn on the right, kicks it long and hard, trying to get something in the front from the front line, but it gets straight to where Dickey gently does a couple of 1-2s in the Bristol City half. Gives it to Bird, runs into the centre circle, Pring down to the left-hand corner, but Anderson nicks that one. And it's been a goal. It's Hull City that's winning it. How on earth has that one happened? It's down the right-hand side for Hull. Coyle with a great cross in, and it's Hull City 1. It's Coventry 0, Hull City 1. Totally and utterly against the run of play. Why am I not put that on? It's Hull City. How did you put that on? You didn't tell me I've not put it on. Hull City. It's Coventry 0, Hull City 1. And God knows why. I don't know how that's happened. Listen to this. Kamara gets the ball back. Nice footwork. But it crosses into the mixer. Buffalo post. Hits the post. And Pedro scores from the rebound. Hull City take the lead. Joe Pedro. Right cross. What a cross there from Hull City. Absolutely. Yeah, I agree with him. Absolutely against the run of play. Hull City. I mean, that must be their 3rd shot at target. Must be. Yeah, it was. No, it's their 2nd shot at target. And Coyle had... Oh, great cross by Coyle. Right, just inside the box and on the right-hand side. And taps it from his left to his right so that he can kick it with his right foot from the right-hand corner and straight in. And what a cross by Coyle. Straight onto the head. As Bristol City, taken away from a Bristol City striker on the line, kicked out to Ashby, and QPR now are trying their best just to keep the ball, and they're not succeeding very well. But Varane at the minute, back to Nardi, Smith loses it in his own half. And is that going to be a foul? Because they've allowed Bristol City to keep on, but it's offside. Felt sure that was going to be a foul. They certainly got... The QPR player went down with the looks of it. So it's offside and it's going to be a QPR kick. But yeah, quite amazing. That's completely against the run of play. We got Preston 1, Leeds 0, and that one isn't against the run of play. That one is actually, as we go into the Leeds game, at that point in time, up to about 25, 26 minutes, well, 25 and a half minutes it was, Leeds United hadn't had one shot. They hadn't had a shot, and it was like, when are Leeds going to shoot? And then from 25 minutes up to now, 45 minutes, 5 shots. In fact, it was from 25 to 39 minutes, wasn't it? They had 5 shots at goal, which is pretty good, but none of them on target. Still haven't won. This game has had 1 shot on target, and it was from Preston, and it went in the net. 45 minutes, 22 seconds, 2 minutes extra time. Preston have the ball in their own area. 65% possession to Leeds, but they're not doing anything with it. It's from 25 minutes on, Leeds started to really play well and get lots of shots. Not on target, but shots. And now Preston seem to be just on against the brick wall, trying to stop them from getting into the final third. Again, Leeds cross, but it's matched by Kesler Hayden, who can kick that one out. And just as far as he can out of the final third, basically. And he's just trying to waste time. Let's get it out. We've already seen a yellow card for Hull City for time wasting on 33 minutes. I mean, the radio's on that station as well as me watching it. And they said, like, how the hell have we got a time wasting? It has to be time wasting. He's not anywhere near to swear at the ref. And he's not done anything physically. He has to have been time wasting. Wow. And they were 0-0 at the time. So you're on 0-0 against Coventry City. You're on the bottom of the league. And you time waste on 33 minutes. I just can't believe it. Absolutely amazing. Preston 1, Leeds 0. We've got a shot there by Leeds, and again it's off target. Come on, and it's called half time just after that shot. And Leeds United, you really cannot be. 6 shots since what do we say? 25 and a half minutes. 6 shots since then, none of them on target, and Preston have had the only shot on target, and it's gone in the net. I mean, all good to them. They're not. They've only got third. No, they're up to just over 34% possession, but they've not got the ball very often. But I tell you what, they're doing more with it. So let's go through the games. The half-time, not half-time at Coventry. They're still playing. Yellow card to Hull City. Let's go through the others as Panda kicks it out as hard as he can and Binks grabs it for Coventry. I want to watch it, but I'm going to go through the half-time scores because I'm going to go and get a cup of coffee. It's Bristol City 0, QPR 0, and Bristol City have 72% play now. The QPR seem to have just had 1 or 2% more in the last few minutes. But QPR just aren't in it. No shots, nothing at all. They've only been in the final third once, QPR. Bristol City, 72% possession, 9 shots, only one on target. They'll be really disappointed at that. 81 attacks. They've been in QPR's half 81 times, for God's sake. And actually in the final third, 43 times against QPR's 1. So it's all one-way traffic at Bristol City. QPR really do have to do something at half-time. They need to at least get into the opposition's final third. Surely to God. At the minute, it's looking bleak for QPR. We go to Hull City away at Coventry. It's Coventry. It's now half-time. Coventry 0. Hull City 1. And Hull City got that goal totally against the run of play. A great cross by Coyle, and it gets headed, and I think it comes off something or someone, and it ends up having a second header in an empty net, and it's straight in an empty net, and Hull City go 1-0 up. Hull City actually started better. They were possessing the ball really well in the middle half, and but they just couldn't get it into the final third. And then all of a sudden, Coventry decided to up the ante and started playing after about 10-11 minutes. And 68% possession to Coventry. They really did start to turn up the heat. And it looked, I actually said on here, that it looks like when are they going to score rather than if. And then Hull City scored, totally against the run of play. And it seems to have taken the wind out of Coventry because they've not had many on target since then. It's 12 shots, 3 on target to Coventry. And they seem to be panicking when they're getting close to goal now. They seem to be just having a shot, and no, you've got to make sure it's on target. Don't get it on target, you're not getting it in the net. Hull City, 2 shots, 2 on target, 1 goal. So let's have a look at the others. Would do if it let me. Preston Leeds. It's Preston 1, Leeds 0. I'll turn that one up in a minute. Preston 4 shots, 1 on target, 33% possession. Leeds 66% possession. 6 shots for Leeds, none on target. Leeds came into their own dead on 25.5 minutes. Dead on 25.5 minutes when they had their first shot on at goal. And since then, they just don't seem to have looked back. Preston, though, used their first 25.5 minutes really well and ended up 1-0 in the lead. And rightly so. Their 4 shots, 1 on target, were mainly in the first 25 minutes. And they did well with it. They actually managed to get it in the net, which is the important thing. There's only been one shot on target in this game, and it went in the net, and it was for Preston. I don't know what the fans there. Would it be a good one for a neutral? Probably not. I like to see lots of nice, clean, clear, crisp shots on target. 45 minutes with 1 on target is a bit, unless the others that miss are damn close and and bring an interesting game. I like to see something a bit more end-to-end, bit of action, especially if I'm a neutral. Bolton in League One, before we have my cup of coffee. Bolton 0, Wigan 1, and it's about 50-50, 53% to Bolton. Bolton have been slightly better with the ball, but they haven't been doing anything with it. 2 shots, 1 on target for Bolton. In fact, they've only been in the final third 8 times, so you can see this, that although they've had the ball the most, it's been in their own half or in midfield, and then they just pass it back, and it's this let's play from the back thing, and it's not really working for them, as you can tell, because Wigan are 1-0 up, 47%, 38 times they've been into the Bolton third, which is pretty good. 6 shots, 3 on target, 1 goal. They'll be pleased with that. So although Bolton statistically possession-wise are ahead, actually gameplay and skill-wise, I think it's certainly Wigan that are running that game. So skill and possession are totally different in that game. Last game is Leyton Orient 0, Burton 0, and this is one that we thought, oh God, it's either going to be a boring 0-0 or it's going to be like 3-4, isn't it? And I predicted 2-1 to Leyton, but it's 0-0. 65% possession to Leyton Orient. They really are running it. However, it's not too different as far as who's going to be in each in the final third the most. It's 19 times for Leyton Orient and it's 11 for Burton. So actually there's not a great deal of attacking difference between the two. Even though Burton have had just 35% possession. So it proves that Burton actually, skill-wise, just have a little bit of edge, because for that less possession, they're doing an awful lot more with it. Because it's not that much different on number of times they've been in each other's half. 5 shots, 1 on target for Leyton Orient, 1 shot not on target for Burton. A little bit odd for Burton, isn't it? Because they don't have the ball as much, but they are getting into the final third, but they're not making any shots. Just 1 shot and not on target. Let's just turn up the radios. A little bit dim, that. You can probably just about hear that. I'm going to go for a cup of coffee. Please do stay around. It's literally going to be a couple of minutes dash to grab something. I need to turn the webcam off, put the BCAT back soon on, and we'll see you in 2 or 3 minutes before the next half, hopefully. Stay around and like and subscribe as well. Do like and subscribe. There'll be more if people can like and subscribe, including one at 3 o'clock. That's 3 things we've got, isn't it?
Score with their second shot on target. It was in the 43rd minute. It was a lovely ball by Abu Kamara towards a fast post. Longman really should have scored with a header from close range. It hit the post. It bounces back to Pedro, who had a neat finish from 6 yards out. Half time, it's 0-1. Half time, it's Coventry 0, Hull 1. Sky Blues have perhaps been the better side for the opening 45 minutes, but despite all of their shots, they've not had many notable ones on target. That's been the issue for them. And Hull, although not having many opportunities themselves, they did score with their second shot on target. It was in the 43rd minute. It was a lovely ball by Abu Kamara towards a fast post. Longman really should have scored with a header from close range. It hit the post. It bounces back to Pedro, who had a neat finish from 6 yards out. Half time, it's 0-1. Half time, it's Coventry 0, Hull 1. Sky Blues have perhaps been the better side for the opening 45 minutes, but despite all of their shots, they've not had many notable ones on target. That's been the issue for them. And Hull, although not having many opportunities themselves, they did score with their second shot on target. It was in the
Well, let's have a look. We should be not too far away. We should be getting some information from League One as well, from 3 o'clock games, and Championship from the 3 o'clock games. Not yet. Do tend to get a bit more rolling through in a bit. So we have they're all on half time. Yep. Bristol City 0, QPR 0, Coventry 0, Hull City 1 against the run of play. Preston 1, Leeds 0, which wasn't that actually wasn't against the run of play, that goal. However, since then it's swung to Leeds. However, Leeds just can't get one on target. They keep having shots, but they're not on target, unfortunately. I think it's about one shot every. Their first shot on target was on 25 minutes and 33 seconds. We happen to be watching it, so 25 minutes for Leeds to have a shot at target at all, and that was because that's our game that we're watching. And we're also listening to it on the radio, which is separate, so that I don't get any. And I certainly don't want a second strike. So I got a copyright strike 2 weeks ago. So that's why I've been off, not doing live streams. So I don't want to get another one. We've got radio on here. It's about 30 seconds behind the one I'm watching. So. Watching Coventry Hull, radio's about 30 seconds behind. So, and like the Hull City goal, cracking cross for Coyle, I think it was, and header hits the bar, and it comes back, and he's got like 6 foot to get that into the net. And I think it was a header into an empty net, basically. So, done really well. We have. So, Bristol City 0, QPR 0, Coventry 0, Hull 1, Preston 1, Leeds 0. We have Bolton 0, Wigan 1, and Wigan are on top. Wigan are on top. Wigan are certain. I think Bolton have more of the possession, but they're just not doing anything with it. They're keeping it in their own half. Very nicely, thank you, but when Wigan have the ball, they're in the other half, shooting at target. And unfortunately for Bolton, they find themselves 1-0 down. And that's actually the second game to start. So QPR and Bristol City QPR's just started. We'll go there in a minute. Bolton Wigan's just started. And Leyton Orient 0, Burton 0. Dare I say it, that might end up being a boring 0-0. One shot on target in the entire first half, and that went to Leyton Orient. I'd like to say there's lots of attacking football, but they've only been in each other's half 30 times, both teams, in the entire 40 minutes. So even getting into that final third has been a pretty difficult task for both of those. Second half has just started with Leyton Orient kicking it straight from the kick-off all the way to far left corner, and it goes out for a Burton Albion throw in. Why? You've just make sure you keep the ball at kick. Why do you start a game by kicking it straight out into the far corner, out of play? So Burton Albion can try and build. And they lose it to O'Neill, that kicks it across, and Burton Albion try and kick it out, but only as far as James, and James tries kicking it in, and that gets intercepted by a Burton player. And on 45 minutes, we have a corner to Leyton Orient. So, well, let's just wait for the Leyton Orient corner, and then we'll go to the Championship game. The Coventry City game has just kicked off. Literally 45 minutes and 10 seconds. As it comes in, and ball as a shot from Leyton Orient, but it's off target, and it's a Burton Albion goal kick. So, decent cross from the corner, but not good enough. Let's see, we said we were going to go into the Bristol City game. We will go to the Bristol, as Bristol City are caught offside as we go into it. Bristol City now. As you can hear, the radio actually is a good... At the minute, it's a good minute behind. We're on 45 minutes, 52 seconds. Here we go. They join us now. There's Hull City.
Coventry City 0, Hull City 1.
I'll turn that down a little bit.
In the 44th minute is the difference between these two, and there has been a change at the break as well. And Mason Burstow's on, and it's Abu Kamara who was departed for the visiting side. It can only suggest that Abu Kamara has picked up an injury because.
Yeah, Kamara was playing really well. Why they've taken him off, I don't know. Coyle now is on it for Hull. Coyle's lost it to Mason Clark. And Mason Clark can cross it in. Doesn't do. Oh, he does do eventually, but Hughes gets that one. So we'll go keep to Bristol City now. Bristol City, Dicky, Harikwa. Into Bird in the middle. Knight passes it back to Knight. We're just outside the box. Zach Viner, Earthy on the right hand side, and now Zach Viner back to Knight. Jason Knight now on the right hand corner. He's been pushed right into the corner. Gives it back to Viner. Earthy. Those three are playing a little triangle of football down there. Earthy, Viner, they really are keeping QPR away from the ball quite amazingly. A little triangle, they're just playing it between the triangle in the right hand corner. And he crosses it in, and Hirako, oh God. Hirako has a shot off target. And I tell you what, that was a great team play there. I mean, the three of them in the right hand corner, just triangulation, and QPR just couldn't get the ball. They're like, it's like a training field exercise, They're like, oh, let's just, when's he going to get it? And all the other players are just standing around waiting for the result. And then he goes in, and Hirakwa kicks it out. Virane kicks it out, going as far as Knight, and then Bristol City have a shot, and it comes back out off a defender. It comes out, and Bristol City push forward, but a high back line suddenly appears, and it's Bristol City offside. At the minute, it's 11 shots, 1 on target, no goals for Bristol City, nothing at all on shots for QPR.
No chance for Coventry this time either from a set piece.
We're just about to go as QPR have their third attack of the game, and it goes straight to the feet of Bird, who gives it to Knight for Bristol City. So that was just their third attempt, their third excursion into the Bristol City half. They try again, but they don't get as far as the half. Knight intercepts it in the Bristol City half, and they'll stay on 3 attacks so far. QPR. There's Viner in his own half. Runs to the right hand side, back to Bird. Hull City are in the attack, but Sheaf stops that one. Gives it to De Silva for Coventry. Coventry attacking down the right, whereas Bristol City have just gone into the QPR half. And back to Viner, forward to Bird. A couple of 1-2s down the right hand side, and they're now trying to just crosses it in, but it's kicked out, and Smith has it on the right hand side for QPR, but loses it to Mehmete, who in turn loses it to Virane, and Virane runs back into his own corner. And loses it to Pring. What on earth are you doing going into a bloody corner? You idiot! And gives it to Knight. Viner. Bristol City are just wandering around the box, not able to get into it. QPR kick it as hard as they can into the Bristol City half, and O'Leary grabs it. And believe it or not, QPR have still only been into the Bristol. QPR
There they go, and then the ball is looking for Pedro. I'll tell you what, you have to have
Wasn't close.
9-foot legs to get on the end of that one, because there's no way that Pedro was getting on the edge
Wasn't
of that.
far off as Bristol City have another strike on goal. Yeah, I was just going to say QPR have still only had 3 times that they've been in the Bristol City half, and it's with the QPR goalkeeper. Can he get it into the Bristol City half to the feet of a QPR player and officially get their 4th incursion into the Bristol City half? Let's see what they do before we go to the next game. No, he kicks it to halfway and Pring gets it for Bristol City. Kicks it right into the box and Morrison kicks it out, but only as far as Knight. Knight passes it forward to Pring. Coventry City have scored! Listen to this as Coventry City score from a cross from the right-hand side. Sakamoto on the right-hand side. Listen to it here as it comes in. He's about 45 seconds behind, I believe. Come on. There's a goal about to happen. Listen to it.
Look to try and get themselves going. 12 shots, they lead the count to 3 of Hull, but all that matters is the one that's on the scoreboard a minute. That's for the Tigers, but Coventry going forward
here
now.
We go.
Towards his right-hand side for Van Aybeck. Van Aybeck looks up and finds Sakamoto down the line.
Yeah, on the right-hand side.
Towards Van Aybeck. Trying to survey the scene. Plays a nice ball forward now. Maybe an opportunity. Torp with the ball into the area. Towards the far post. Oh, and it's bundled into the back of the net. And Coventry have got themselves the equaliser. Well, it's dreadful defending by Hull, but Efron Mason-Clark.
The Sakamoto cross was the thing. He sort of held it up on the right-hand side and just crossed it over. And he just caused havoc in the net. And believe it or not, while we've been listening to that, QPR have had two incursions into the Bristol City half, nearly doubling the time that they've been in there. It's Coventry, and we need to change that, don't we? We need to change that. Let's just change that, because it is Coventry 1. Coventry City 1.
Let's have a lovely ball in from Torp. It's unexpected. Does it hit the shoulder or the side of the face? Is it a combination of the two?
Shoulder and face. Get over there. Hey, they'll accept anything that goes in the back of the net. We should know that. 12 shots, 1 on target to Bristol City, and they're in the final third for the first time. QPR in the box. I can't do anything. He passes it back to Ashby. Kicks it into Dunn, and Dunn loses it to McNally on the line, and that was a first really good attack there by QPR, and they managed to kick it out. And I tell you what, that was a close one. QPR nearly nicking it with probably their one of their first attacks into the penalty area. Nearly got a goal completely against the run of play. Quickly looking down, Salford City are 2-0 up against Notts County, if you're interested. Tranmere 1, Harrogate 1. Chelsea women have got back there. It's Leicester women 1, Chelsea women 1.
Sakamoto finds Van Aybeck to his right hand side, just inside the box he goes now. 2 players up against him.
Leighton, we had Leighton Burton, didn't we? So we'll do it for a second, then we'll move on. Burton Albion have it in their own half. It's still 65% possession to Leighton Orient. 8 shots, 2 on target. Burton have had 1 shot, but they're just not providing any constant pressure. It's a quick burst, have a shot, and then and that was what it was. And that's
great footwork, and then a little flick out of the foot from Binks, and he will go
54
in the book now as the yellow card is given. And it's a free kick from around 25 yards. Around
fourth
that
yellow,
distance,
54.
Shooting range.
Oh, it comes in. It's a shot off target, and it's a Coventry goal kick. I'm ahead of you. So it's good being ahead of the radio. It really is. We've been Bristol City. We've got Hull City here. We've just been to Leighton, so it's either going to be Preston, Leeds, or Bolton, Wigan. We'll go Preston, Leeds, shall we? And have Leeds come back into this? Because, they started on 25.5 minutes, as we know. Did they manage to come back? It's now 66% possession to Leeds. They have indeed started to pull this one back. Quite surprisingly enough, because they've not really been that brilliant. Those couple of shots all off target, or 6 shots off target, wasn't it, at half time? 9 shots now, 2 on target. So they are starting to get shots on target, Leeds. And in the meantime, Preston have stopped. It's Preston 4 shots, still 1 on target. This game has just turned completely on its head. First half was completely Preston, really. I mean, it ended with Leeds being on top, but on average, the first half I will tick to Preston North End. Preston North End played some good football and managed to keep Leeds from shooting at goal, let mind shooting on target. It's a throw-in. It's a throw-in as Burstow has a shot off target for Hull again from that corner. Osmagic. And Preston get a yellow card there. It's going to be a Leeds free kick. So Leeds have a free kick. Let's see whether they can get that anywhere near the back end of the box.
Going forward on the right-hand side.
Indeed, as Hull now try and come forward, they spray the ball out. Lovely ball as well, where it's brought down by Longman. Back down the line towards Giles. Giles then finds Longman again. And then a few step overs, delivers a right foot ball.
Road on for Leeds.
And the header is, just wide of the mark there. As Burstow had the head, he's just a bit stronger in the challenge than De Silva is. De Silva's a very small defender. So Burstow, he's not the tallest, but he looks way bigger than the Coventry fullback.
Yes, it's a looping cross from the right-hand side.
Hull City are certainly making it hard for Coventry to get back to constantly get back into this game. They're just being a pain in the neck at the minute as Coventry bursts through the offside trap, but it gets called as offside. There's some tight decisions there, I think. Hull City are making a substitution, trying to just keep in this game. Really, they're in danger of it just toppling towards Coventry now. We go back out of this one. You heard that one. Bristol City 1, QPR 0. It is indeed. Let's go to that one, and I'll put it on here for you. Bristol City have gone ahead against QPR. We did expect this. I mean, this is because Bristol City have been doing everything in this game, haven't they? Bristol City 1, QPR 0. QPR still haven't had a shot at target. One wonders what they'll do, because they really can't stay on the bottom of the league and have no shots on target against Bristol City. Let's have a look at my notes. See, I thought QPR would come back. They have been playing pretty good football, and Bristol City don't always turn up. Bristol City have another shot by Mehmeti, and he's playing really well, Mehmeti, isn't he? I've noticed that, and it's on target, and it gets parried away. So 62 minutes there, and it's a corner, the 7th corner of the game to Bristol City. So we'll wait for the Bristol City corner. And I fear for QPR. They really do have to start playing as well as what they've a bit more consistently, because they have actually been playing quite well. I've enjoyed watching QPR's gameplay. It's been enjoyable, and a couple of the draws where they put 10 men in the box just
miscontrol from
Yeah,
Sheep, but
it was against Norwich or something. 10 men in the box so they could get a draw. And they just made it so difficult as Coventry have a shot off target and it bounces away, but only as far as their midfield players, and they'll play it back in. You know, it worked. It worked. It absolutely made the box so difficult to shoot into that Norwich had a dreadful chance trying to get one on target with a clear view.
I don't think Ryan Giles did
But QPR seem to have like just strayed from it and they've not been doing it, and yeah, it worked so well against Norwich. And then I sort of like other teams in the Championship have now tried it. I've seen it, and it's worked for them as well. It doesn't get you goals, but if you're playing a top 6 side, it does seem to flummox them a little bit and stop them from being able to get free range shots, sort of below 5 foot high down. And it's working. But QPR saw it work, and they started playing good football, and they just stopped. And you look at this as QPR dashed it to the other end. QPR have just equalised. How the hell did that? I mean, it was in the QPR half with rain, and all of a sudden it's in the back of the net at the opposite side. It's one shot for QPR, one shot on target, and QPR are 1. It's Bristol City 1, QPR 1. How that's happened? There's some really odd goals going in this lunchtime. There really is. I can't believe that one. Just I'm saying they're going to have to do something because they can't stay on 0 shots the entire game. Yeah, Longman, right for the shot, and it's on target, bounces away.
Longman is great, but it's his touch that brings it down superb, and it allows him to cut inside on the right foot.
Actually, you're in the radio's on the last one. They'll see this one from Longman in a minute, and that was equally as close for Hull City. And it comes across, and Slater has a shot off target. These guys are 2 shots behind on the radio. What's happening at Coventry is just sheer pressure by Hull City, and Hull City are pushing now for the winner.
Yeah, that was much better. Well, that's the best opening, the only opening goal in the second half, but they nearly scored from it as they
QPR lose it in their own box, and Jason Knight has a shot, but it's off target into the side netting and
the front stick by Lewis Binks, but it's
comes out now.
Now another delivery, and that one again is headed away.
Hull City yellow card as we look at the other game. Bristol City now have it again in their own half, and Zach Viner on the right hand side, down the middle, but gets kicked out for a throw in. Down the right hand side for Earthy. Earthy lose it to Sato. Sato for QPR. What's he going to do? Is he going to kick it as hard as he can, or is he going to try and play it? I'm looking at both games. Rudoni tries crossing it in, but Longman cuts it out for Hull City. Kicks it to the left hand side, trying to go the opposite way, but Sakamoto intercepts that one. And Coventry now going to pass it back, just trying to keep the ball.
Card
Rudoni.
Given to you, I think he knew it was coming. He had a very sheepish look to the referee, suggest, "Ooh, am I going to get away with that?" But
Meheim,
just got completely turned over.
Jacob,
halfway.
Hull City now in their own half.
It's a deliberate foul. He knows it's not goal scoring opportunity. He knows he will.
So Bristol City 1, QPR 1. They still don't believe that. The Betsters don't believe QPR are going to win this. Good chat. Oh, Hull City. Talk. What do the betting office know that we don't? Talk. 64 minutes. Hughes gets a yellow card for Hull City.
It was half intended for Mason Clark, but couldn't find him either as Hull just cleared the lines upfield and they give away possession.
Oh, penalty to Coventry! It's a penalty to Coventry.
Wigan are 2-0 up away from home against Bolton in League One.
And Wigan are indeed 2-0 up. And Wigan are 2-0 up against Bolton. And Bolton just don't seem to be able to do anything.
Oh, that's a mistake on halfway, and now Coventry are coming forward.
Listen to this.
A ball is slipped into Bassett inside the area. Oh, challenge comes in, and that's a penalty. Yeah, referee points to the spot. That's a shocker, and it could be trouble here because Charlie Hughes has just gone in the book. Surely this is another yellow card because he's brought Bassett down in the box. Penalty's been given, but I haven't seen another yellow card.
No, it's a blatant foul by Hughes, who's just walking away and trying to not make contact with the referee. It's great by Sheaf, who just wins the ball after a slip in midfield. And look at that tackle. It's a yellow card tackle all day long. Just going to check if he actually gets anything on the ball. No, he doesn't. And if he does get a ball,
so we're waiting for this this goal here. Let's wait for the Coventry penalty.
Maybe going to do is just slap. You might not be able to keep it in.
No, it's not. It's missed. He's missed the penalty.
That's all the manager
say. What a penalty.
He's got away without another yellow card though, so he's still on the pitch. But it's a chance for Coventry to take the lead from the penalty spot.
Sakamoto now.
Put it saved by the goalkeeper, and then he gets the rebound before Sakamoto as well. And the spot kick is saved. Then it still remains Coventry 1, Hull 1. What
Coventry 1, Hull 1.
It's just been passed up. Oh, just seeing
bad penalty.
Spot kick there. It's not a bad effort, I have to say. I give credit to the goalkeeper here.
I didn't like. I thought that was a bad penalty.
And it's into the corner. Goalkeeper gambles the right way, and it's it's one of those when goalkeeper goes the other way and it gets wrong-footed. It looks like a great penalty.
Let's check. I need to move my my internet box.
Yeah, I mean,
apparently it's struggling a little bit.
In the corner, but it's close towards it. He just gambles and guesses the right way. Yeah, I'm not. I mean, you should say that they should probably score a penalty, really. But the keeper will guess right sometimes, and if you don't quite get it correct, then that's what happens. But yeah, it was not a bad effort there from the spot, but.
That's better. I have to move the internet box. I forgot to move it.
Little step, and he goes early to that left-hand side.
That's 12%. I'm going to recharge that at some point. So shot on target by Hull City, and Hull City goes straight down the other end. So the only other game without a goal, guys, is because we've got Bristol City 1, QPR 1. QPR with their first shot at target happens to be on target and go in the net, and it's against the run of play. It's QPR equalising, Bristol City 1, QPR 1, Coventry 1, Hull City 1, but this is not one-way traffic. It was
on the edge of the area, outside the right boot. It was a really good effort. It's a great save. Yeah, it's a great save. And fantastic
Sheaf
work by Burstow.
grabs that, intercepts that for Coventry. It's quite a good game this to watch. It's Coventry Hull. Coventry Hull. It's a nice. It probably is fair to be 1-1. To be quite honest, it's a good game. Preston 1, Leeds 0. And up to 25.5 minutes, Preston were on top. They were on top. Leeds had no shots. And on 25 minutes and 33 seconds, Leeds had their first shot. And since then, they don't seem to have looked back.
Oh, there's maybe a chance for a penalty here. Well, there wasn't many appeals from his teammates. His first who went down.
In League One, we have Bolton 0, Wigan 2.
As that will be a free kick. It could be a yellow card for Norman Bassett.
Wigan are on the ascendant. It's one of these good games as end to end. Let's be honest. It's a good game. It's one side the other. I don't think is it fair to be 2-0? Probably not. Bolton have had their moments. And they'll be a little bit disappointed that they haven't got at least one goal out of this. But, let's see what they do. It's 72 minutes and Bolton are on the attack into the right corner with Charles. And he loses it to Carragher, but grabs it back on the second attempt. Crosses it in, but Emerson kicks it out to Carragher, who kicks it as far as he can, halfway line for a Bolton throw-in. let's see this this attack by Bolton, because they have been in the game, and it's a little bit. They'll be disappointed that they haven't got at least one goal. Down to Williams in the right corner, crosses it, but Lolos is off target and way off target, and it will be a Wigan goal kick. So, and that's what's happening. They get in there, but they're just not technically good at that final ball, and unfortunately it stays Bolton. Well, for Bolton fans, it's Bolton 0, Wigan 2. So Leighton Orient versus. We're really that close to time? Now we're away yet.
Now is maybe an opportunity. Burstow comes forward again, still coming forward. Burstow tries to get a shot away, just taking off his toes when he was about to swing his foot.
Oh, what did the Coventry do there? They gave it away. Goal kick, and they give it away on the halfway line. But Torp grabs it
Gone over 70
back.
minutes. It's Coventry 1, Hull 1. Eric will take you through to full time.
Thank you. It's a bit hectic at the moment on the pitch. Suddenly, a lot of one-to-one duels in midfield area. Just to say, that's the pass out.
That is definitely a good assessment of the Coventry game, isn't it? But they've been doing the commentary for probably 10, 15 years, if not longer. Leighton Orient cross it into the right-hand corner, but Burton kick it out, and Agayi gets it back for Leighton Orient. 1-2s with Galbraith. And it's a goal for Coventry. I'm looking at the Leighton Orient data. I'm looking at the Leighton Orient data, and all I see is a goal flash from the game I'm watching with the Coventry Hull City, and it's Coventry 2, Hull City 1, and you can listen to this. This is their attack where they get the goal.
Places it back into Van Evik. Van Evik into the central positions with Bobby Thomas.
Come on, catch up with me.
Finds Spinks. Spinks yellow carded. Plays it out to Mason Clark on the left-hand side now. Goes forward, gets past Mehmet. Out on the left-hand side towards the one-on-one against Coyle. Past Coyle as well, down to the line. Great work and a fantastic challenge into the mix. It's a fantastic goal by Jack Ridoni. But that is not Ridoni's goal. That is Mason Clark. What a fantastic run on the left-hand side. And what a
So Mason Clark started it on the left. Gets about 10 yards over the line, and he finishes it. Basically, back to the other side, back to the left, and Mason Clark gets that one. Coventry are making a substitution now. Leighton Orient are trying to win this one. They're down the middle with Kelman. 74 minutes. That should be.
Brilliant ball in, right on the money.
Goes out for. Is it a corner there?
Ridoni there is free, unmarked, middle of the 6-yard box. There is
Substitution for Leighton Orient.
In front of him, all in a triangle.
Leighton Orient 63% possession. Leighton Orient are trying to get this winner, but they just don't seem to be able to get that. They were on 99 attacks a while ago. They're now on 109. They seem to have slowed down a little bit, and not quite as much of a threat. Leighton Orient now. They seem to be lagging the energy. Perhaps it is time to do a substitution, because they just seem to have lost that energy. They were constantly getting direct, constantly firing off a shot, constantly the end, firing off another shot. Now it's, we might get there, we might make another shot. But such is life in League One. It's very, very hard stuff. It's firm tackles. It's the sort of play that I'm seeing from Norwich City. Go into it with as much strength as you can to make sure that the opposition know what's coming. Which is why I'm not that keen on Norwich City's gameplay at the minute. Bolton 0, Wigan 2, 77 minutes there. Hull City try and cross it from right to left, but it's cut out by Coventry.
Yeah,
Pass
no,
down the middle, but McLaughlin
he's been one of their
nicks
their
that one as
chief
it goes through.
antis.
Tries doing his own
Nuisance down that
through
left-hand side
ball
when they're
in
attacking
return, but
Mason
Rodoni
Clark.
then
Very
grabs that
well
one. So a couple of interceptions from each side. I think that's what the radio was saying. It's just a battle of interceptions and tackles in close tackles in the midfield. Whoever gets into the final third has probably been through several tackles to get through that middle bit. Coventry have a throw in there, just inside the Hull City half. 75 minutes.
Make use of that. They've struggled to stop Mason
Back to
Clark.
Thomas
Yeah,
then.
he said he's been head and shoulders above everyone else.
Binks, Thomas.
Yeah, it's been a great Mason Clark.
Binks.
Now it probably is a yellow card in the
Sheaf.
midfield area for,
Through to Redoni. Have they made it through that half? Oh, they have. Mason Clark. And he's done a 1-2 with Sheaf and Mason Clark. Comes across Sakamoto. Vanovic is in the box. I can't get a shot off.
75 minutes on the clock. A long ball now from goalkeeper Collins out towards Mason Clark, and this time it's semi-won by
Out. And it's a Hull City substitution now.
For a throw-in on the left-hand side.
So 76 minutes. We really thought that was going to be another good chance there. Sims on and Bassett off for Coventry City, as it's a Hull City goal kick.
Very seldom we see such a bad result. At least when people go 12 games without win, maybe they get 7 or 8 draws. But it's 4 draws. But now Sakamoto
Taps
on the
it.
left-hand side.
Hughes. McLaughlin.
Ball to the far post. It's just too far out. It's gone out of play. But again, how easy it is for Coventry to create those opportunities. And when they get
Throw into Coventry. Now this is a little bit better than the last one, and they did quite well from the last one. They pulled it back to halfway and then across to the opposite side, and then in via the left side. And again they pulled it back, but this time, nope, forward, back to Thomas. Will they take it to the opposite side? Yes, they have. Collins back down. Binks on the left hand side. Are they going to back to Collins? They try the left hand side, but Meheim grabs it, intercepts it, loses it back to Sheaf though. Gets it on a second ball, pushes it past. Rodoni. And crosses it, but McLaughlin's there to kick that one gently out to Puerta. Puerta's not been playing too bad. Quickly looking at all the other games, it's Salford City 3, Notts County 0. Tranmere now 2, Harrogate Town 1.
2-1, 13 minutes left to play of this game. There's probably 5-6 minutes of injury time. There's been a few stoppages, loads of substitutions.
78 minutes. Hughes has it for Hull City. Can they do anything with it?
If it's just a draw. But now it's a chance for
Back to Binks to intercept that one in his own half. Again, midfield, Hull City make a tackle, get it back.
Rodoni with a pass in towards Mason Clark again. Could have been the goal of the season, but it's cleared away just about.
Hull City tried kicking it long down the left-hand side, and Coventry kicking out. It's a nice, nicely placed throw-in this for Hull City. It's close to the box. Throws it short to Puerta, away from the goal.
It's hard from, isn't it? Because Coyle can't get too
Bit
tight
difficult.
to
It's
these
in the
flanks,
middle,
he'll just turn
in that mix
it.
where everyone
Can't
is
get too far away.
tackling really hard. He tries crossing it all the way to the opposite side, but it goes out on the Hull City right for a Coventry throw.
Such a great game.
Substitution now for Coventry.
Can't ask much more about that, but now it's a chance for Burst.
Let's go back to Preston Leeds. We'll leave that as Coventry Hull. Preston now. Leeds are again in that. They did really well from in the end of the first half, and they started to get shots, but none of them on target. In the second half, we've gone from about 6 or 9 shots, none on target, to 14 shots, 2 on target for Leeds. And
percentage-wise.
In that time, Preston have had one shot not on target. They're now on 5 shots, 2 on target. Preston have really been put under the cosh. And Leeds United have gone from well behind to 64% of the possession. But it's still Preston 1, Leeds 0. What did I say when Preston scored? If they can score and then just put a brick wall at the back, Leeds have had the tendency this year to just to panic and then start laying off shots from long distance that aren't going in the net. And at the minute, at this particular point in time, that's what's happening. Preston have managed to get that goal. They were on top at the time. Then they've stopped attacking. But I tell you what, they stopped attack. Well, they've had one attack since 25th minute. But they've really done a good job in keeping Leeds out of that final third and making sure that they don't get in it quite as often. Yeah, they're getting into the Preston half, but as soon as they get in the Preston half, Preston are just throwing people at the ball and just making it so that it cannot be passed nicely with lots of room. They're giving Leeds very little room to manoeuvre, and as Preston make a substitution, let's see which way they're going to turn here. It's certainly looking. We're on 82.5 minutes. Leeds are see, in the past, so far this season, what I've seen, Leeds in this position tend to panic. They can get an equaliser. They have done in the past in this season, but they've also lost it. Not many times though. They usually get back into it and equalise. But at the minute, it's not looking that good for Leeds United as Preston give it a throw-in, kick it down the right-hand side, but Leeds United intercept it. But they lose it straight away, and it goes into the far left-hand corner for Preston. Kicked across, but Straight kicks it out. Only as far as McCann, and Preston are attacking now. Probably they're in his second. It crosses it in and out, and I tell you what, that was probably a very close to a group of Preston people running in, and that could have been a very good shot on goal. And I'm going to run out of power. I need a cable. I'm sorry, I need a cable.
Now and the ball into the mix again. It's a nice little cross there for Hull City, and it's one back by Mason Clark at that far post, headed out last second. So still, it's Coventry 2, Hull 1, but 82 minutes. A bit better there for Hull. They managed to get it into the box, and I think Lewis Coyle is better going forward and defending today. He was trying to win the ball after an overhit cross. And
here we are again, and it's John S. Sports Channel back for the last few minutes. It's Coventry 2, Hull 0. That can now carry on because that means I've got some power in it.
Hull have got to go for it. They've got to press forward. They've got to commit a few more bodies.
That was Leeds again in the attack. Kicked out, and it's only kicked out as far as the left-hand side for Leeds. It crosses it in, but Tordson grabs it in the box for Preston and kicks it out. And it goes out over the line for a throw-in on the opposite side. So right-hand side for Leeds. Thrown back Tanaka for Leeds. Throw goes forward to Ampadu. Tanaka, a couple of 1-2s. As Hull City attack, they cross it into the box. Now can't get anything. Goes back to Meheim. Oh, and Thomas intercepts that one for Coventry. And Leeds comes across Ramazani, and it's on target. It's pushed away, and it's close there. It was on target as well. 85 minutes, and that could have been. It's now a corner to Leeds United. So Leeds United have a corner. Ramazani there, saved, goes out for a corner to Leeds United, and it's now 15 shots to Leeds, 3 on target, no goals. And if we can just get one on target, I think they're going to start being a little bit worried that they don't get one goal out of 4. I always say 1 in 4 is a pretty good target for a top 16. 3 shots on target, so Carl comes in and it's not on target, and it's a goal kick to Preston North End, and it's looking dim for Leeds United now. 50-1 against Leeds winning it, even though they're doing so well. It's 2-9 on Preston winning it. I'll tell you what, a draw is 10-3. 3 1/3 on. That's actually quite good, isn't it? It is 86 minutes after all, and extra time. Ramazani on the left-hand side for Leeds. Couple of 1-2s. Ramazani gets it back. Ramazani again. Strike. Seems to be Strike and Ramazani playing a couple of nice 1-2. Ramazani loses it to Ledson. Preston kick that one as out, and he goes straight out for a Leeds throw in. He's short to Strike. Potts gets in there and grabs a second ball, and Potts can try and come away for Preston, or at least try and get the ball out as far as he bloody well can. Instead, he gives it short to Jakobsen and McCann now, and they try kicking it out, but Tanaka kicks it back in for Leeds, but only as far as McCann. He then kicks it for a far left-hand side to try and get the wingers to get it, but they don't. And Ampadu for Leeds passes it forward to James, and Preston there. One of the Preston, I guess, a yellow card takes him out. And Leeds were really running down that right-hand side. Really close to getting a cross in, but then gets taken out, and we get a yellow card. 88 minutes.
The top is coming off for Eccles. I didn't actually get to see who the other player on the sideline was.
Who have we had here? Leeds United. Solomon on, Rothwell off, Fernandez on, Bogle off, as Lindsay intercepts it for Preston. Fernandez off, Bogle off, Ampadu on, Byram off. He's not telling me who got the yellow card there. As Ledson has it for Preston. Let's come back out and let's just make sure we're not missing anything else. Salford City 3, Notts County 0, Tranmere 2, Harrogate 1 still. It's still Leyton Orient 0, Burton Albion 0. I can't believe that's still 0-0. I did say at the beginning it's either going to be loads and loads of goals or a 0-0 ball draw. Oh dear, it looks like it's the second one. Oh, Bolton.
Burst up with a shot. Just up the bar. A fantastic chance for Burst up. Can't keep it low enough for a shot on target, but that's maybe what's the chance for Burst up and Hull City. Yeah, I mean, he's still got
Hull City keep getting these shots, but you've got to get them on target. You've got to get them on target. The good opportunities like that need to be taken by the gullet.
Never going to come back down, but it's nice.
Bolton 0, Wigan 2. Let's just see that one, because it looks like it is in the dying end. It is, in fact. There's another. It's 91 minutes. It's just approaching 92. There's another 3 minutes left as Bolton have it in their own area. Throw in. 61% possession to Bolton. 61. 10 shots, 3 on target. But Wigan, with their 39% possession, have 12 shots, 6 on target, 2 goals. That's just it, isn't it? As Wigan cross it in, but Baxter manages to get that one. Long ball from Coventry and up to Sims. Taking it into the left-hand corner with Rodoni, and Rodoni must be knackered by now. He's doing a lot of work in that left-hand corner. Manages to pull it back to Eccles, across to Sakamoto. Sakamoto runs into the right-hand corner of the box, comes in. 90 minutes, and it's a corner to Coventry. 7 minutes injury time here. 7 minutes. Ouch. Just as we see a Coventry City corner.
First win was away at Millwall. It was always a difficult game.
And it's 2 minutes left here at Bolton. Bolton 0, Wigan 2. Does look like, it really does look like that's going to be it, doesn't it? Adiko for Wigan, just wasting time in the defence there. They aren't going to be going far with that game.
Pass into the box now for Sakamoto with a chance to put a cross in. Great block after a corner kick for Coventry.
Oh, goes short. Yeah, they take the corner kick, it goes short. Hull City player grabs it, kicks it out, and the corner now is a throw-in to Coventry City. And Hull get it again and push it down. Goes all the way down the other end. Is he going to get it into the? He got it into the box. Bedia! Oh, Bedia nearly gets a shot there, and it gets kicked, intercepted, kicked out, and all the way to the far end. And I tell you, oh, there's been a goal. There's been a goal at Preston. We have got a goal at Preston. What were we saying? It's Leeds United that have been pushing here, and it's Preston 1. Leeds United 1. And we are talking 92 minutes and 46. 92 minutes and 46. There's a 1 minute 15 left, and Leeds United equalise. The Preston fans are going to be so gutted. They were looking odds on 18 shots, 4 on target, 1 goal. I said, didn't I? 4-1 is a good ratio. Could be a good ratio for Leeds. Can they get a fourth one on target? They have. And it's gone in the net. It's Preston 1, Leeds 1. That 25th minute, 25 minutes and 30 seconds. You watch it on replay. That's when it all changed. That's when Preston suddenly, some reason, just allowed Leeds into it. And don't ever let a class side like Leeds back into the game. But Preston did. And it's 1-1. The question, I suppose, is, can they win it?
It's a long ball up for it, and it seems for the shot. It's a long ball up. Goalkeeper's on the edge of the box.
Wow, Coventry 2, Hull City 1. The Bristol City game has ended. So the Bristol City game's ended. We have to watch this now as Bolton 0, Wigan 2. That's also ended.
What a mess. To be fair, all the goalkeeper needs to do is just stop in his box and allow Cole to head it back to him. But
we're just watching a wide view now of all the games because they get removed when we're on 90 minutes on here. 94 minutes at Leeds. About 20 seconds left for the Preston Leeds game. Preston 1, Leeds 1. Does look like that. Yeah, that's it. Preston 1, Leeds 1 is a final score, and Preston will be going home gutted with that one. They will be absolutely gutted that they lost that let that last goal in, and we thought it was going to be 3-1 to Leeds. Absolutely not. Never looked like being 3-1 to Leeds either, did it? Anything else? Coventry. Another 3 minutes at Coventry. Coventry 2, Hull 0. All the other games are now finishing. Bolton 0, Wigan 2 is finishing. Leyton Orient. Let's just quickly go to Leyton Orient because Leyton Orient did look like pushing for a winner. There's another. Well, there's only 20 seconds left. Leyton Orient have had a shot off target. one of their 12 shots at target. Only 2 of them on target. They really do have to get more shots on target. Gives straight to Beckles, who loses it, but Bradley manages to bounce it off the attack midfield. Does it again, and it's a throw-in. Oh, and it's full time. Leighton Orient 0, Burton Albion 0. The only game we have left now is the Coventry game. If I've missed anything, then please do give me a shout. I'm not infallible. In fact, I'm going to have a quick look at the other system to make sure I've not missed one of the last seconds of a match. And we have had it before where we've had a 90 minutes plus 8 goal, and it suddenly scuppered my what I was saying it had happened. So we have Bristol City 1, QPR 1 final score. We have the Coventry 1 in front of us, still going for another minute and a quarter. Preston 1, Leeds 1. So that's that one. Into League 1.
No, I mean, they've actually been better in attacking aspects in this second half.
We have Bolton 0, Wigan 2. That's a full-time score. And Leighton Orient 0, Burton 0 was indeed a final score. And we're just on this game now. We might as well wait 50 seconds, and we'll take a 15-minute break before we come back with the 3 o'clock games. Thank you for all watching. Please do like and subscribe. I do need loads of subscribers. If you can find anyone to join us at 3 o'clock, then please do come in and join us. We'll have a good fun with one of the games that we'll pull up. Probably be a championship game. Now, 15 seconds left in this game. Coventry 2, Hull 0, and Hull City started so well, 1-0 up, and Coventry missed that penalty. You know, that everybody thought that was going to be certainly a goal to change the game. It was a save to change the game, really. Sakamoto for Coventry, just wasting his time, kicks it out. Hull City throw in. This will be the last. Yes, it is. In fact, it doesn't even get it into the net. It's finished. Coventry 0, Hull City 0. Please do like and subscribe. I shall see you all in about 15-20 minutes if you want to come and join me, because there's the 3 o'clock games about to start in about half an hour. John S. Sports Channel, like and subscribe.